School back in session, and that means you're seeing a whole lot more of these yellow school buses on the roads during your morning and evening commutes. And those flashing lights, it's a good time to brush up on the rules of the road. Tonight, we are joined by Officer Charlotte Jackson with the Greensboro Police Department Patrol Division. We're talking about all of this. All right, so I know a lot of times folks get kind of confused about whether it is a time for them to stop or not. So let's take it one by one for me, all right?
Sure.
Okay, let's start with the 2 lanes versus 2 lanes. Let's roll that video and you can tell me what we're looking at and what we need to be doing about it.
Sure. So we're looking at 2 lanes with no median. Everyone's going to stop in this situation. If you're with the school bus, if you're against the school bus, if there's 2 lanes, you're going to stop.
Even if there's a center turning lane, everyone is stopping.
Please.
Okay, all right, this is good. Okay, now let's take a look at the next video because this is going to be a 4 lanes, still again with no median.
So in this instance, we have the 4 lanes. There's no median there. Everyone is still going to stop. We don't have anything separating those 2 directions. So if you're looking at the back of the school bus, if you're even with the school bus, or if you're looking at the front of the school bus, please stop in this situation.
Okay, so if you've got yellow lines or whatever, that is not enough. So let's take a look at the last video. This is really the only time where you get to go, and only half of the people get to go.
Sure. In this situation, we have at least 4 lanes with a median in the middle separating the school bus from opposing traffic. When there's a turning lane or a median separating the school bus from opposing traffic and there's 4 lanes or more, those folks in the cars in the opposing lanes, you can go ahead and proceed with caution. Don't go, proceed with caution. Watch out for our kids when they're getting off the buses, okay?
Yeah, I know a lot of people think, well, I didn't see any kid walking across the street, so I should be fine.
That's right, but remember that children are unpredictable. They don't always do what we want them to do and what we ask them to do. And they're smaller and they're faster.
All right,
so
what else? Okay, what else should drivers know about passing a school bus?
So if you're not sure, just proceed with, use your caution, use your due regard. If you're not sure how many lanes are on the road, just stop. Remember, it's unpredictable kids that are getting off the bus, and we're all in the same boat with wanting our kids to get home and come to school safe. Some other things, make eye contact with that bus driver. Those bus drivers a lot of times will give you some indication. And then follow at a distance. Give yourself some time and give yourself some space. And remember, you're not just doing that for yourself. You're doing that for the other drivers. You're doing that for the kiddos. And you're doing that for the bus drivers that might not have as good visibility as you do if you're in front of or behind that school bus. Be aware of distractions, things like cell phones. There's a lot of screens in cars nowadays. Be aware of the distractions and, just wait. If there's any question about it, just wait until you get where you're going is always the safest thing to do. And remember, just proceed with caution.
All right, and aside from the danger to a child, there is a danger to your pocketbook as well if you were to speed by a stopped school bus.
There sure is. So if you're caught going past a stopped school bus, there's a minimum fine of $500, and again, that's just the minimum, and that's also a class 1 misdemeanor. It's also going to put 5 points on your driver's license.
Okay, give us a little context when it comes to 5 points on your driver's license. What does that mean, like in our reality of driving and living?
Sure. So your driver's license points it's a graduated system. So if you do something that's maybe an infraction, if you're speeding just a little bit, you're just going to get 1 or 2 points on your driver's license. If you're passing a stopped school bus, you're going to get 5. When you get 12 points, your driver's license will be revoked.
Okay, got it. 12 points, driver's license revoked. All right, and really quick, because we've got about a minute, they are talking about having some cameras in school zones and things of that nature. If you get caught by these speeding cameras, what is the difference in the fines versus points?
Sure. So if you're caught speeding in those school zones, that's going to be 3 points. But if it's associated with the cameras, we're not going to have any points. We're just going to have that civil fine if it's associated with those cameras. But remember, with those school zones, we want to be really cautious anyway. Whether there's a camera there or not, if you're in a school zone during the time that kids are coming to or going from school, remember we're right in the middle of our first week of Operation School Watch. And that ball is rolling, and we are happy and proud to be out and about in the school zones to provide some education when we can and to enforce the things that are unsafe that are happening in our school zones.
Gotcha. We appreciate you. We appreciate you keeping our kids safe as well and reminding drivers what they should and should not be doing. If you missed any of this, maybe you need to send it to someone so that they can be very clear on the rules of the road. It's going to be in the Who Wants to Know section of our website.